My car is equipped with a CURT trailer hitch, so when I found an online merchant that had a really good deal on a CURT bike rack, I jumped at it. The only problem is, what arrived was a 1 foot by 10 inch box that weighed 43 pounds. Inside, a big chunk of industrial metal. Definitely not a bike rack. I was in need of something fast, so I went down to Harbor Freight and I found this. A 2-bike hitch mount bike rack. Item number 60623. $39. With a coupon, this thing was down to $29.94. Says it holds up to 100 pounds and it works with both 1 1/4 and 2 inch hitches. There aren't very many parts, so assembling this thing is pretty straightforward, but that didn't keep me from putting something on backwards. This isn't correct. Once everything's properly assembled, you can use the Anti-Rattle Bolt to snug the rack down in the hitch mount. This really takes away all the rattle at the hitch area, but don't worry, if you're a fan of rattle, there's plenty left in the rest of the rack. Rattles aside, this thing isn't that bad. It does have mixed reviews on the Harbor Freight website, but I found for 29 bucks and change, it's kinda okay. It even comes with features that I didn't expect, like reflectors on the backs of the upper supports. The cradles for your bike, they're not too bad. They're not hard, not soft, they're just about right. Now I don't know how well they're gonna hold up over time, and they did move around freely on the rack. Speaking of movement, the entire rack moved a lot. There's a quick release pin that allows you to tilt the top down so you can access your hatch or your trunk. You can do this with bikes on or off. A traditional hardtail goes on the rack very well, and the cradle cable grooves worked exactly as they should. Cables fit perfectly in the grooves. There's no pinching or twisting at all. Gravity does most of the work, but the Velcro straps make sure things stay in place over bumps. Bikes will sway on the rack as you're going down the road, so make sure you put some padding on your down tube if you don't want any scuffs. You'll also want to secure your bike's front tire to keep it from rubbing on your bumper. This rack has no spacers between the cradles, so they tend to move. As you can see, this moved about 6 inches by tilting it down. That happens while you're going down the road. On my Tokul, it moved about 4 inches in 2.5 miles. On top of that, you have to be cautious when mounting modern frame geometry bikes. Here you can see on a Tokul 1 mountain bike, the front tire is about 6 inches from the ground. If you have a full suspension bike, probably not going to get it on this rack. For me, this thing met the needs at the time that I used it. Now if I were going to use it regularly, I would take PVC pipe and support the 2 cradle mounts to keep them from moving towards one another. Other than that, you have to get used to the noise. This thing is really loud and that vibrates through the entire car. But overall, I think it's worth 29 bucks and change. Thanks for watching and have a great day.